Every Friday, if you're new to the podcast, to the VIP version, I'm answering a community question. And you always can drop your question in the chat box. And this week, we are having a community question from Rafaela. And the question is, in one of the money drops, you posted something, and that was about women changing their income goals. And the question is, I would really appreciate to hear more about women preventing their money manifestation because they frequently change their desired amount. Welcome to the podcast, Manifesting Big Money Fast. My name is Jeanine Hurd. I am so excited that you found this podcast or that you're tuning in to another episode. This podcast is all about manifestation, big money, energetics, spirituality, how it's all connected, and most importantly, how you can increase your bank account right now. So let's dive in today's episode. So what happens in manifestation, and maybe you've heard this, money's energy, although I'm not too much of a big fan of using this, but it means every financial goal we have is on a certain frequency. So that means, for instance, 100,000 would be on 91.1, 250,000 would be on 96.6, a million a month would be on 108.7. So I think you've get it, what I mean. So what happens is, let's say today I'm asking for 20,000, which is on 98.8. Tomorrow I'm asking for 2 million. It's on 100.87. So what happens by always changing the amount of money we desire, we are like changing the frequency over and over and over and over again. And the way I understand manifestation and how it works is money, you receive money through other people, not from other people, but through other people. So meaning in order to receive money, other people have to be involved. And for me, I always see this photo or this video, this frame, however you want to call it, of someone orchestrating all the different instruments, all the different components, all the other people. So by me changing constantly the amount of money, I'm also constantly changing the parts of other people. So it creates a lot of chaos instead of orderness. And we always desire order because you see this. This was, I think, the Momoto water crystal experiment where he just had simple water and he played different frequencies like, I love you, I hate you. Oh my gosh, you're so beautiful. Like the different frequencies like love, hate, grief, anger. And then they would have a look at the crystals, at the water crystals, and how they turned out to be. And you clearly can see that the crystals, when it was love, beauty, were in perfect order. And we see this in like mandala. It's kind of like a mandala design. It's perfect order. And you see this, a lot of rich people do not have a messy house because the frequency of abundance is order. And order means everything has its own place. That's why people also pay so much for interior designer, etc. So everything has its perfect place. It's not just that stuff is in the house. The most beautiful things are at the most beautiful spot, coming together, orchestrating. And you see this in hotel rooms. Like, you've just listened to the first 4 minutes of the VIP version of the podcast. By becoming a VIP member, you can listen to 3 episodes per week. You will receive early bird access to the Monday episode, so you already can listen on Sunday. And if that doesn't sound great enough yet, I've got one more. Why you should become a podcast VIP member. I'm answering every week a listener's question in the podcast. So if you have a question, drop it in the Q&A thread and receive the answer in the podcast. Can't wait to see you. Simply click on the link in the show notes or go to courses.richandhappiness.com to become a VIP member.